everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody can hear me okay. Okay. Move this up maybe a little bit. Sorry if you're going to hear some mic bumping noises. Hopefully not too many. There we are. I think that'll do it. Find my little box here. Okay. Put that back in front of my face so you guys can hear me a lot better. I hope you all are having a wonderful beginning to your weekend. I had computer troubles. I wanted to get a stream in so nobody thought I had disappeared, but I also have things that I have to do here in a bit that I'm excited to do, actually. But if I get into detail, I get to do some stuff here in a bit that's going to be fun and enjoy things. But I did want to jump on and just do a quick stream. This will probably be a shorter one. It's just something to do for fun. It may be a new series to start. I was going to do more Mario, and I still haven't learned the trick to jump that spike wall, so I'm actually at a standstill. I don't have the skill level to get past the necessary level. So I'm worried, rather than spend the entire hour just trying to learn that trick, I'm doing that offline, and then we'll come back. Hey, Ash, I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're having a great... Your 12-hour stream. If I could, I would. But I have some cool plans, some good plans coming up. So it's going to be a little bit on the shorter side. I've got to kind of stay, we'll say, somewhat concise. I picked the worst game ever for that. I was planning on doing another game, and then I could not remember if I had done that or not. And I didn't have I had computer issues, so I couldn't go through and take a look at my archives. I know I've done it pre-recorded. I don't know if I've ever done it live. So if not, then for shorter streams, I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. But I thought this might be fun. Let's fade the music out really quickly. Like that. And let's get us moved over to... Let's move it over to the screen there. Is that doing okay? That looks okay. Yeah, I had computer issues. I don't know what the deal is. When it comes to computer issues with this, it is just... Sometimes it's just a nightmare to get things going. And I'll turn the computer on. I'll be away for a week. And then all of a sudden I'll turn the computer on and boom. It's like... but I'm... We did one of our holiday present openings yesterday, and our daughter got to open something, and I'm excited to get to play games with her, but I also wanted to fit a stream in so I didn't just completely disappear. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and then I'm going to go have fun playing games with her and eat some food and all that kind of good stuff, so... I'm not going to take a whole long time on this. This is just a game I really enjoyed that I thought might be fun to go through. I think it is the best. This is my opinion. Again, I have all of them. I've played all of them. I think this is the best Elder Scrolls out there. And then I think after that would be Daggerfall for me. And then after that's probably Skyrim. And then after that you can go to Morrowind. And after that I think it goes probably Arena. That's me. No, Super Mario Wonder. Tell her Kung Lao is a good option too. No, Super Mario Wonder. I mean, she's not a baby. I wouldn't feel super awful if, she played those games. Obviously, she's not a little kid anymore. I wish she were younger, but time passes. But she still likes to play very innocent games, very innocent tasting games, which I very much enjoy. So, I am looking forward to when that kind of enters her. I don't know if it ever will, but when that kind of enters her purview of gaming. I'm excited for the Mortal Kombat era. Anna and I are both big fans. Anna's actually pretty good at it. We love Injustice. We love Mortal Kombat. So I'm excited for our daughter to share in that too. But she would much rather, if she's going to pick a game that's got some violence to it, she'd much rather play Halo. She'd much rather shoot something than she would, fight something. I'm going to go ahead and pick my... All right. I'm going to go ahead and pick... my character, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of... I mean, I'll do some basics, but that'll be about it. Let's see. Let's be a Nord. Let's do a Nord. Sheesh. This is also... I know this is one of those... You can literally take 4.5 hours making a character. I'm not going to do that. Yes, I completely agree with that. I don't know. I mean, you said fun fact, but you read it from the book of facts because my title says that too. No, I completely agree. I think this is the best Elder Scrolls game. I'm right there with you. For me, I think this, then Daggerfall, then Skyrim, then Morrowind. Morrowind and Skyrim, I may swap that. I like Morrowind quite a bit. Skyrim was good. Skyrim's good, though. What? Oil? No. Maybe I'm wrong. Wind braids. Gathered ponytail. I'm going to give myself a proxy. I don't do the braids, but I do put my hair back like that, I guess. So let's do that. My hair, I am blonde. I am not rose blonde. I'm going to give myself a proxy, you know? Golden blonde. Bright copper, no. Does it... Alright, fine. That's probably about as close as I'm going to get. I'm not going to do the custom thing. Eyes, I have blue eyes. There we are. Age. I like that they leave it a slider bar. I'm a big fan of that. People want the Baldur's Gate 3 devs to remake KOTOR. Imagine you're excited. Oh my goodness. If I am waiting... I've not even played Baldur's... I've not really even messed with Baldur's Gate because I want to get the physical edition, and the physical edition doesn't come out until Q2 next year, so not any earlier than April of next year, but it's all on... I mean, it's a big 3-disc version of the game, and it comes with maps and all that, and so I like it physically. I want... If the game is... I've seen gameplay, I've seen what it is, I've heard the reviews, forget the reviews, I've seen gameplay, I love it. If they would do that to KOTOR, and just be genuine to KOTOR, I would be elated. I would love that. We'll put it straight in the middle. I'll keep it ambiguous. I feel pretty good. I feel like I have a pretty good complexion. I don't know what this is. Is this giving me a paler or rosier? I mean, I'm pale complected, but I don't I'm not like pockmarked or anything like that. We'll do that. Speaking of all-time favorite games, my heart was crushed the other day. What happened? You'll have to remind... I have to enter a valid name. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Let's do, real quick, a couple things I do want to do. First thing I'm going to do... Well, maybe I've missed it. I remember there was a... Oh, shoot. I can't remember what it was. I remember there was a poster that I saw that shut down... Oh, really? That's ridiculous. Why? Money? Or I don't. Why? That's all I'm gonna say. Nose needs to be more narrow. Sheesh. Yeah. Why would they do that? Shallow, deep, long, short. I just want it to. It's a big nose. Let's flatten it a smidge. I have a decent sized nose, but it isn't that big. Wide, thin. Oh, wide, thin. Okay, let's just thin it down a bit, huh? My mouth isn't that big either. I'm just doing general stuff. Let's do mouth's a bit higher than that, It is a smaller mouth than that. Higher. It's not that small, though. That's probably about right. So what was the... Did they cite a reason for it, or... that doesn't matter. What? Oh. Chin. I have a big chin. That's a little... Yep. Embracer spent way too much on multiple companies in the last few years. Then a deal of billions didn't go through, and they had hoped with another company, which now result... You can't go spending all the money and then just hope that it's going to come through the way it's supposed to. That's a silly idea. Okay, face, brow, cheeks, chin, eyes. Tone doesn't really matter. I guess there's I didn't remember this, but I guess there's no option for a beard, because I do sport a beard at all times. I don't think it would be under any of those, but nope, it's all shape. All right, fine. Character's name is retro. Something nostalgic about that, yeah. No, beard trash. But now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I could have sworn, right? I could have sworn there was a way to get a beard, because I feel like that there. I mean, I guess. You know what? I'll try one more thing. Tone. There it is. Okay, because I was gonna say I don't remember anybody else having a beard. But maybe it is. I do sport a beard. At all times. Why is that getting... It's not going to look very good because it's like painted on with MS Paint, but oh well. It even overlaps the lip, like the 5 o'clock shadow overlaps the lips. Beard blushed or pale. It's a beard. I don't think it's capable of either of those. My beard does not come in blonde, so that's actually okay. My hair is blonde, but my beard does come in black. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I look like like my character looks like... I don't, actually. My character looks like a baby. And it's just... Alright. I do remember having to chase these bleeding things to stop moving. Eventually they will. It's just one of those puzzle box style games, you know? Alright, we'll call that good. Alright. There we are. Hey, that guy's a cool beard. That was my first couple of hairs, too. It's kind of what it was like, yeah? I've been able to have it. I started growing facial hair a long while back, obviously, but I could grow a beard easy. I could not grow a mustache to save my life. Now, luckily, I can grow both. I say now. I've been able to for years, but, you know. I remember when I was younger, that was the problem. Yes, I have... Speaking of statues...
And those big muscles, they're going to waste away.
I'm trying to make sure the sound is balanced. Sorry. Speaking of statues, yeah, in my retro room here.
That's right. You're going to die in here. You
Hold
hear
on.
me, Nord? You're going to die.
I have Darth Malgus, Gentle Giant statue. I have a Dracula statue. I have a Geralt of Rivia Polystone statue. I have a Master Chief statue. I have a God of War and Atreus statue. I have a Ganondorf statue. I have a Gears of War Marcus Phoenix statue. I have a Tekken Kazuya trying to kick Heihachi. I've got a Darth Vader. I've got a Carpe Nukem. I love that kind of stuff. It is cool. It is great. Is there a cool statue coming out now? Is my question. I think I should say.
We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
Prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
I'm gonna pull this chain.
Prisoner, stand away from the door. Over by the window now.
I have a protection spell. You can't do it. You can't do anything to me.
Get over by the window.
Hold on. Hold on.
Prisoner, get over by the window.
I have to remember. Hold on.
Prisoner, get over by the window now.
Fine. Is it this?
Prisoner, get over by the window now.
How do I?
Prisoner, get over by the window.
Is it this? There we go. I had to remember how to hold stuff.
Prisoner, get over by the window now.
Okay. Hold on. I need to pull this shackle.
Prisoner, get over by the window now.
Fine. Okay, fine.
Stay put,
Good.
prisoner.
Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
Thumbro says, I just want to stop by and say hi. I'm doing well. Thanks for the good wishes as always. Oh, I appreciate it. I wanted to stop by and do a stream. I've got to fill a smidge of time before we go and play games. And so I appreciate you for... Okay, I make sure I can hear everything. I appreciate you for stopping in and saying hi. I'm excited to get to tell you by the way, I do this all the time, and I had forgotten to do it because I'm in a hurried mode, but do go and take a look down in the bottom of my description. I have links to upcoming channels by Ash, to Thumbros, both YouTube and Twitch, to Vidi, both Vidi gaming videos and Vidi plays, and Omega Ace's channel. Go check them out. And Thumb, do you mind if I go ahead and announce yours here as well, just in case? Would that be okay? And there's something, but it's not mine necessarily too, but I would like to if you would permit me. I need to see that Dracula, God of War, and Tekken statue when you have time. Absolutely. I'll take some pictures and I'll send them to you as soon as I have a moment there. You don't mind. So if everybody, I will be well off. I should be off well ahead of that. But if you are interested in taking a look at some awesome, I'll probably be in the chat. I won't be on my stream. But if you are interested in taking a look at an awesome speedrunner, do speedrun strats and play through at a level far more advanced than mine. There will be I don't know if it's a speed run in this case, but there will actually be a race at least. I guess it's some I don't know. Is a speed run and a race the same thing? Does that really count? Anyway, there will be a race tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. my time. Ash, that's going to be 5 hours difference. So 8:30 my time would actually be about 1:30 in the morning for you. Yes, yeah. I said okay. I was gonna say I wanted to say that should be available on Twitch at very very least. So if you're interested, you don't know how to get there, whatever the case might be. I'm sure you do because everybody should know how to get to Thumb's channel. You should know how to get to his channel before you know how to get to mine. But if you get confused and got lost along the way and ended up on my channel, take a look in the link below. It'll link you to his channel, take you straight over there. Very, very nice. But yeah, Ash, I think it'll be about 1:30 in the morning or so. Am I right? Because it's right now. Is what, 6? My time should be 7 Thumb's time. Which would put it around midnight, almost midnight your time, right?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Entrance to that escape route
So
through your cell.
I know who you are. Why am I in jail?
The gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
I know who you are. I'm gonna go through this.
You will.
Okay.
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
You guys go right on ahead and open that. But yeah, anyway, I highly recommend taking a look, checking out.
On the other side.
This is your lucky day.
I'm watching.
Stay out of our way.
Yeah. Alright, fine. Fine. I wonder if... I've never tried this. I wonder... I mean, my stealth skill is going to be absolutely garbage. Will he just kill me? Does he even... Nope.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
He's got nothing on him. I never tried to pickpocket him at this point to see if any of them have the key. Oh. Okay, thank you. He's just got gold on him. Nobody actually had a key to my cell. That's convenient, huh?
Could they be waiting for us here?
Thanks for the shout out, Roach Room. I have to get going. Have a good one as well. Ash, oh, of course. I've got your links there. I normally do give a shout out. I'm trying to navigate this quickly. This has got a slow start. I picked the worst possible game. It was one I wanted to start, but I had wanted to... I'm not going to try. I'm going to successfully... Heck, you know what? I'm going to go in front of you. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I punch you. I wanted to play this game. The other game I was going to play or was thinking about playing... There we go. The other game that I was thinking about playing was Aladdin. For the... I was thinking about playing Aladdin for the Super Nintendo, but I couldn't remember if I had actually played through it live or not. I knew I had played it. I've played it pre-recorded. But I've never played it... I'll take that, and that. But I don't think I'd ever played it live. Or I think I might have played it with Anna on stream at one point in time. I don't need to cast a spell. I know how to do all that. Or at least I think I do. I quit it. Come on. The music of this game was also done by Jeremy Soule. The music of this game was also done... I don't need any of that. By Jeremy Soule, the guy that did the music for KOTOR. He did it for Skyrim too. And I think the Skyrim theme... I want to throw this out there. I think the Skyrim theme is a great theme. However, I think Oblivion's music on the whole is more memorable. I mean, everybody has used it for... And you've probably even seen it, YouTube videos or shorts, where, I'll take all of that, where you've seen, they talk about like actual NPCs, people that basically looked or seemed as if they were maybe not in their right mind when they were having the conversations that they were having, and they played Oblivion music behind it, not Skyrim music. And part of that is because of the infamy of some of the dialogue and the cutscenes. Sure, but I think... There we are. I think another portion of that is perhaps because it's just so good. And it's so relaxing, too. It's like, we'll get out... We'll hear it in a minute. If you've never played this game... If you've never played this game before... This is a you-need-to-play game. And I think they've done... a... graphical overhaul on the PC, or at least they have the project open, and I believe it will eventually be accepted in as a mod. Now, I don't know how that means for what that means for console gamers, but I believe PC gamers will actually have a full 4K HD, new texture, better control scheme version of this. because this control scheme is a little bit clunky. So Y is my jump button, B is actually my map and such, and then X is unarm and arm, which is not bad. So it might be a good theme, but is it Soul Calibur 1, 2, and 5 level good? It is not. For a different reason. I mean, obviously Soul Calibur 1, 2, and 5 have great action, like they make you feel good. This definitely does not match those in that way. But if we're talking about ambiance, I would say this is a stronger contender. Yes, I figured what you meant. You said 5, but I figured that was what you meant. I read 5 and I immediately replace it as if it doesn't exist in my head. If you've never played this game, this is a game. This is a you need to play game. Yeah, that's true. That should be our highest score on the channel. I mean, I don't like. It's so. Take that ruby. Take these. It's like. If you're going to put things, I don't like. Again, I'm not a score person, and I think that now you start using, like, you say, this is a 10 out of 10, right? Well, that gets used, I think, too much. You know, oh, this is a 10 out of 10. Okay, well, fine, whatever. What else was a 10 out of 10, right? Grand Theft Auto 4, which by my rating would not be. 5's theme is good, but it's 6, 2, and 6. 1 is good. 2 and 6, though. Everything about them, apex. 5 had a good theme, and I don't even consider it to be. It doesn't impress me. It doesn't impress me to the same level. Perhaps that's my own bias. The roasted rat. This is a thing that I find interesting. You know that they ran low on time, or they had to have, because they put the that's fine. They put the roasted rat on the spit, but they didn't actually skin the rat. You should always skin the animal before you put it on the spit, and then you can cure the hide, and it can be used to make rug. It'll shrink, but you can cure the hide, and it'll be used to make rugs and blankets and coats and such. I have a soft spot for one before. I think it's a great fight. It is a great fighting game, undoubtedly. Greatest fighting game ever made. I don't know if it's my top one of all time, but it is definitely really good. I don't know what my top. I feel like one of the greatest fighting games of all time for me, or one that I consider to be at that level, was maybe Tekken 3. Honestly, I thought Tekken 3 was really good. Or Tekken 2 or Tekken 3. I can't remember exactly which. I know on the arcade machines I liked Tekken 2. There we go. See ya. Really? I missed the far one, huh? Quit it. Quit it. Bad goblin. I'll take all of the arrows. I'll take your mace. I'll take your lockpicks. Since I'm a warrior, I'm going to probably go straight to the Warriors Guild right after this. Let's see. For me, these are always the few that come to mind. First, Soul Calibur 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, and Tekken 3. Yeah, Tekken 3 kind of was up there for me. The thing about I'm going to give you a story about why Street Fighter 2, which is many people's best of all time. Or, you know, at least from relatively this generation, it was, for everybody else, it was like, you know, I bought the cartridge and I played with my friend at home and da-da-da. I didn't play Street Fighter 2 at home very often. I played it in an arcade machine at a barbershop. And that blasted arcade machine and the fighters on it were the cheapest, absolute cheapest fights ever. I mean, they were able to pull off pixel precision. Nope. they were able to pull off moves with like pixel precision, and it felt, maybe I'm wrong on this, but it felt like their hitboxes were rescinded, like inside of it, whereas mine were extended. So maybe it was only a 2 pixel difference, but it felt like they could hit the air just outside of me. They could punch the air just outside of me. I take damage, but I could punch into them and nothing would happen. So I have a special place for Street Fighter 2 as Championship Edition is my earliest gaming memory, along with SOR 1. You might have to jog my memory on what SOR 1 is. I'm not sure. I know for a fact I played Atari and Mario Bros. Beforehand, but I don't remember it. That's fair. I played... I think I've gone on record. Am I over encumbered? No. I've gone on record as saying that some of my favorite first games were like Atari Centipede and Asteroids, and my favorite of all time being Pitfall. So, and that's absolutely true. So, Streets of Rage. Okay, yeah. Ouch. Streets of Rage is a phenomenal game. It's got really good... I mean, the music of it is just fantastic. That's a lot of fun. So I'm with you there. And that's the one that has Guy Edition, right? The one that's freaking expensive just because they changed out the main... Am I thinking correctly? Am I wrong? They had Guy Edition, though, and it's basically you can pay additional money for... Guy as the main character. Let's see. Oh, just to throw this out there too, it occurred to me the Dracula one you might be thinking of, you may be thinking of Bela Lugosi. It's Castlevania Dracula. Just for the statue, just to throw that little tidbit out there. Final Fight's the... I get those mixed up. I know I shouldn't, but I do. But I'm an 80s kid. I always joke I'm an 80s kid because I grew up watching 80s movies and playing games from the late 80s and early 90s. Very nice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. You can lay claim to what you enjoy. I was enjoying entertainment a few years before my time as I grew up. And that's...
It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
All right, Sir Pat. Let's talk.
I cannot understand why I trust you. How can I listen? I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks. I know these stars well, and
Okay, I have to double check because I knew this was coming. I couldn't remember what it is. I need, let's see, the apprentice is 100-point bonus to my magicka, but gives me 100% weakness to magic. That's dumb. I'm super powerful, but you blow me over. 50 points to my magicka is permanent. Thief Atronach. You don't regain 50 spells to recharge your magicka. That's... Your base is also increased. That's kind of a cool one. But I'm not use a lot of magicka. I use some. The Shadow of the Steed, the Tower. So it reflects 5. Okay. $10 points to strength and endurance. Yeah, we'll stick simple. We'll do warrior. Very nice and easy. I see people when they talk about what they liked back in the day from the same year as me, and then I'm here with nostalgia for RoboCop, Bill and Ted, Predator, Aliens. The 80s were absolutely a heyday.
the signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Your stars are not mine. Today the warrior shall prove a stalwart companion when fortune fades. My dreams grant me no opinions of success, but in your face,
let's see.
with such hope, no trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death. To face my I go to my grave, a tongue shriller than all the music. You shall follow me yet for a while.
It's such an interesting... No, I don't care about you, Bar. I know who you are. I don't care. It's interesting to hear him talk about things like that, and then you listen to it, and you're like, wow, that does ring true. Going to try and get an appointment for my arms tomorrow? Don't you mean you're going to charge them for tickets to the gun show? If you don't mind my asking, what's going on with your arms? Everything okay? My left arm and shoulder's been hurting for such a long time. It's been going into the left side of my chest lately. Also, the wrist and right back arm hurting. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope everything is... I better not put those on right away. I hope everything is okay. Take all 10 and all of those.
The Emperor's in danger! Do Oblivion take you!
The Emperor's got a sword now. We're fine. Do you have any ideas as to what it would be? Any pre-existing conditions or things that you may have run into? Let's go ahead. If I dress in the Mythic Dawn, I look ridiculous. My neck is blue. I look like I've been choked out. Do you have any? Okay, I gotta try to. I'm going to use. Should be pretty strong, so I should be. Okay, I'm attacking. Okay. Try it again. 22. And then I'm going to take off the sackcloth and the wrist irons. That makes me look guilty. And I'm going to put on this light armor cuirass and these rough leather boots and... Did I not pick up the matching pants? Okay, fine. Sackcloth pants stay. Fine. Kind of guy doesn't even pick... Okay, whatever. No idea. My left arm went a bit weird a while back after lifting weights. So I don't know if it stems from that. The chest part is what worries me. Absolutely. Were you doing, when you were lifting weights, were you doing an arm day, or were you doing a chest day, or... Because I mean, I don't... Uh-oh.
Can only lead to your death. My guardians are sworn to protect me.
I almost killed you, Emperor. I almost slashed your throat. Yeah, I don't know. Were you doing an arm day? Were you doing a chest day? What happened there? I got panicked because I almost... Yeah, but I hit I don't know what happened. This game is clunky. I mean, obviously it's almost 20 years old. But I done did almost mess up. Okay, sorry about that. I had to sneeze. So I don't know what ended up happening there.
Don't like this. Let me
We have much of a delay when recording our channel. No, we should... When you're saying between the voices? No, we should not have any delay whatsoever, in fact. If you stream... if you stream like this, your interaction... you can change the amount of delay. So for YouTube purposes, I usually leave it on mild delay. So it's usually, I think the delay is between 3 and 6 seconds. Or no, it may be even less than that, maybe 3 seconds. It's a short delay. But anyway, you can turn it to no delay whatsoever. And it's a little more taxing, but I think the system can handle it. Alright. So we shouldn't have any issue with it. I think it would be cool to just chill and commentate when one of us plays a game. I think so too. I think it'd be fun. And tell me, like, for example, right now we're playing this. I don't know if you're gone all the way through.
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For the Emperor!
You thought we'd go down easy?
Alright, he's going to talk to me, and the assassin's going to come out of this hidden passage here.
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servant. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my... Find him.
And you can't swing your sword until after he's killed. Hold on. I would love to hear what your first memories of playing this game are.
Strange. They say it's the dragon blood.
I love that he wasn't here and he just was like, okay. We're skipping to the dialogue. There's a lot of dialogue in this game. We won't skip all of it, but this intro dialogue isn't very important. Okay, let's see. So here's where I pick. I thought these drawings were always so good, and I really still like them a lot. No. Agent. Art, no. Barbarian. Bard. Knight. You know what? Let's be a barbarian. Let's do that. I like barbarians. You can also make a... This is cool. You could also make a custom class if you wanted to. I don't. I'm just going to use barbarian. Let me see. Barbarian. Done. Yes.
I wasn't far off.
No, King Benedict. He was a good king. King Benedict the Wise. I think I would have been a barbarian. Barbarians are cool. I mean, I obviously, historically not, but, you know, otherwise, not bad.
To Wayne and Priory immediately. Got it? Good.
I'll go where I want, Boris. Okay, but I think it would be fun to have... hold on, I'm going to take the king's...
Leave the Emperor in peace.
No.
Leave the Emperor in peace.
Let me have his... all...
Leave the
Hold on. Hold on, wait. I'll put my sword up. Hold on. Can I have... Can I pull... Hold on. Hold on. Almost. I have to remember... Dang it, I always do that. It's the other bumper. Okay, can I pull the sword off of him, or is it all one piece? Oh, wait a minute. Boris, are you just going to follow us? Can I... Hold on, wait.
Leave the Emperor.
Hold on, Boris. He would have wanted me to have this. Hold on. Hold on. He wouldn't have wanted to be next to this guy. This guy is poor. Let's just put him over here. Alright, there we go. Alright. Boris, he would have wanted this. Just let this happen, man. We're gonna just come right over here. Ah, you didn't see anything.
Leave the Emperor.
Okay, you saw something, I guess. Come on. Just a little further. Emperor. It's just a little farther. Just, come on. Come on. Boris, I need you to... Here, I know what's going on. Let's, just a little more. We'll be okay. Boris. It won't let me do it. Okay, fine. Hold on. Was it try a king urinal? Okay, I guess there's no way to do it. I wanted to... Are there any buckets? I know that if there's a bucket around here, I can put one on his head and he can't see anything. I don't know if that's... I don't think there are probably any... I don't have any buckets, do I? Oops, I hit the wrong button. It's going to take me a minute to get used to some of this, so just bear with me. No. The controls are wonky. I remember... So here's... I'll tell you a story about this. I've told this story before. Or I've told the other side of a story before. But so this game right here, I bought this right when it came out in 2006. I bought it with the strategy guide. I have the strategy guide actually here, and it is... I let a guy borrow it, and he got it wet, and luckily I was able to actually heat cure it so that it would it didn't fall apart. Okay, so it's actually it just made the pages kind of wrinkled in the way that water would do it, but without obscuring any of it. So it just kind of gave it the texture you would expect to see of an aged book. Now, of course, this book is again almost 20 years old, but I was able to I bought all this. I played it all the way through. I logged a couple of like 3 a.m. mornings where I was just literally, playing this all the way through, up through that time. And I had Game Informer. Well, you guys just came out of nowhere, didn't you? I played a ton. And then Game Informer magazine had made their announcement for Two Worlds, and they had several different, and it's not just Game Informer, right? A lot of people don't, but there were this game got announced that was supposed to be, and this was the tagline that caught me: Oblivion on steroids. Now, I being a humongous Oblivion fan, as someone who had passed it, gotten every achievement. There are 50 achievements you could get in the base game, right? When you get Knights of the Nine, you get Shivering Isles. Knights of the Nine doesn't add any achievements. Shivering Isles adds 10 more achievements. There are a total of 60 achievements you can get in this game. I had all 60 achievements. I had played this all the way through. I did, and one of the things I really like about this. Finished. One of the things I really like about it is that the achievements were really nice and concise. You got achievements for ranking up in combat, for the Fighters Guild, for the Thieves Guild, for the Assassins Guild, for the arena challenges. Those you had 10. You had 10 for each. It was really nice and easy to get your achievements, and yet you didn't feel like you were shortchanged at all. You still had a ton of game, and it still took a ton of time to do it. And I have to... See, listen to this music. Turn this up a little bit. I mean, I get it. Skyrim, ice and snow, and the graphics are... I mean, graphics are better, obviously. It was 5 years later, right? But this is fine. Like, look at how peaceful this is. I'd like to play... It's just so nice. The music is beautiful, and I mean, the skybox, is it perfect? No, but it's fine. It's calming. All of this greenery. Is the water perfect? No, but it's water, and we can tell. You know, there's something more intriguing about it. It's just, for me, I agree with you. For me, it's the ambiance. It's just, I don't think I needed that. Super simple. I don't like Skyrim. I've genuinely tried to get into it a dozen times. I didn't mind. I mean, Skyrim wasn't bad. I didn't think. It does not capture you the same way that this does. I agree. Graphics don't mean nothing to me. I can still look in N64. I think it still looks like N64, and I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'm the same way. But it's one of those. I guess what I'm saying. The thing about, I guess what I'm getting at is, for those that are graphically inclined, rather, it's just so much more vivid, even still. Like, the water in Skyrim looks better, but, like, look at this. The music was so good. It was just I gotta head this way. I went the wrong way. The music was so good, and the environment is so good, and it's just it's so nice. Skyrim and Breath of the Wild are in the same conversation for me. Two games that aren't bad at all. They're just not for me, and I don't understand the praise. I think so. This is me again. I don't. Oh, fun fact. I'm sure you probably all know this already, but if you are wanting to cheese Oblivion, you can always walk. Some of these slopes are pretty treacherous. You can do this in Skyrim as well. Some of these slopes are pretty treacherous, and so when you start finding these 90-degree angles, notice I can't walk up them. The trick to it is if you can find greenery. Usually, greenery allows you a patch to hit the Y button. And with that, you can jump up nearly 90-degree angles. I think the thing that prevents... Oh, I'm actually playing... If you hear all the clickiness of this, I'm actually playing this on the Xbox One on my disc. This is actually being played... I offered a link to those who wanted to play it for the first time. For the digital download, the Game Pass version, I do highly recommend finding a physical copy. I have two collector's edition physical copies, one of the 10th anniversary, which was in a steelbook, and then one that was the rated T original that came out in 2006, before they decided that it needed to be a rated M game, for whatever reason, and that reason is actually a book called The Lusty Argonian Maid. Also, if you're noticing lag, that's the game. Sometimes it just doesn't, it just loads wonky. That happens. It's not bad. But for me, I think Skyrim, I no longer buy digital unless it's an indie game or something digital. Same. But physical copies of this game are harder. They're not hard to come by. They're harder and harder to come by. But they're not, I don't think they're super hard to come by just yet, thankfully. But yeah, I actually have the original rated T collector's edition, and I actually have it came with the book. It came with, and when I say a book, I mean like a good 150-page book. It came with one of their gold coins, which is called a septum. I have it over right next to me here. Just lots and lots of world building and lore building. It came with a bonus materials thing. And then when you bought the 10th anniversary edition, you got a disc-based Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles. That's the reason I bought it again. But I think I only paid like $10 for it, so it wasn't bad. Wayne Priory, right? Ooh. Take those. Wait, what's that little jewelry box? I can sell them. They're not heavy. Somebody was a grave digger or something. I don't know. I'm also very firmly anti-digital, but I also realize, having read and having seen the way that the games work, I understand that having the physical media isn't prohibiting them from the control that they have with digital in the way that I would hope it would. How's it almost 2024? Honestly, 2023 felt like it went by, and I'm happy about this. It felt like it went by at a much slower pace than 2020 or 2021 or 2022 even, for that matter. 2023 seemed to just kind of... It took its time, or I feel like it took its time, and I'm happy that I feel like it took its time. But it is crazy to think about. Next week is... for those of you who celebrate, I don't know what holidays you all celebrate, but if you're looking at some of the big ones, 3 more days until the beginning of Yule, for any of you who happen to be pagan, and 8 more days out there for those of you that are Christmas celebrators. And I do not know Hanukkah and Kwanzaa very well, so forgive me for not having the dates on those. But that's how close we are. I mean, that's the countdown begins, right? I never noticed this, like, clovery rock texture. That's interesting. There we are. Get another acrobatic skill increase. Might as well while I'm going up this. Because you can rapid tap Y. And the way that this game works is... there is... I gotta figure it out. There is an infinite... I can't remember how to do it, but it's something with a torch. That they did in Skyrim. It also works in Oblivion, but it's an infinite energy glitch also. There's also I think a blessing you can get that makes it recharge like ridiculously fast. So I'll have to figure out where I find that. This is just I love this game. Just listen to the music. It's just ambient and relaxing. So nice. Okay. But yeah, to the digital versus physical, I hate the fact that even buying a physical copy, doesn't prohibit them from preventing you from playing that game. You can actually have the disc in your console, and they can prevent the data transfer necessary to complete that at any time. So, ownership is something... Gaming ownership, I'm not necessarily one to talk gaming politics. Yeah. I'm not one to talk gaming politics. I don't care about gaming. I don't like the fact that gaming and politics are in the same sentence, let alone that gaming politics is an actual thing. But I think it's necessary to talk about the fact that ownership in general, especially in the gaming world, is becoming a dwindling asset. We're in a weird time. Absolutely.
Yes? Can I help you?
No. If I were a barber, I could help you.
He's upstairs. Go ahead.
You're a very trusting man, thank you. See, this song right here. Oh my goodness, I love this song. Trials of Saint Elisa. I could read it. Okay, I'll put it back.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
You sound very much like the man downstairs.
This cannot be. No one but the Emperor is permitted to handle the amulet. Let me see.
No, because if I let you handle it, then we'll be breaking the rules with two of us. Ah, there you go.
Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death?
I know he died.
As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you.
Why would you preface it with as unlikely as your story sounds? Why wouldn't you just say, I believe you, and cut to the chase? I don't need your inner monologue.
His meaning is unclear to me as well. The Emperor seemed to perceive some threat from the demonic world of Oblivion. The Prince of Destruction, Mehrunes Dagon, is one of the Lords of Oblivion. But the mortal world is protected from the
Let's see.
Oblivion by magical barriers.
Someone killed him until he died. They drank so much water they drowned. Alright, let's... Joffrey, you are telling me nothing I didn't already know.
His name is Martin.
He serves
Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch. So
Okay,
go
Kvatch.
to Kvatch and find him at once.
I go where I want to go. Let's let you know. I need 5,000 gold. I'm just going to throw this right out there. I don't need to talk to you about that. Okay. I don't need to talk to you about things.
Waste no time.
I'll waste whatever time I want. Thief of Virtue. So reading some of these books, sometimes picking up a book, you don't actually have to read it, thankfully. If for these streams' sake, obviously actually really like the lore building and like to read these. But you can actually get skills from certain books you could pick up. Biography's not going to give me anything. Yeah. You actually pick up books, though, read them, and you get skills. And those skills are permanent attribute. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if I remember that, but I mean, I gotta go back and watch the Naked Gun movies again. I know I really loved them. I love those and Police Squad, and Leslie Nielsen was just a comedy genius. The fact that he could deliver some of the most ridiculous lines with his... I mean, he had just a golden voice. And you would have him, like he play again. Mr. Airplane is great. Mr. Magoo with him, which was a Disney film, I think. But anyway, he played Mr. Magoo. Anybody who is... This is weird that I feel like this is weird that I have to even explain this. But Mr. Magoo, for anybody who doesn't know, was a cartoon character from the 50s. Surely you can't be serious about streaming. I can be. And don't call me Shirley. Welcome in, Viddy. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry to say that you may have just caught more of the tail end of this, as this has got to be a shorter than traditional stream. I think I have maybe another 20 to 30 minutes tops that I can be on. So, I say that I'm going to try to be good. I take my coffee black. Like my man. It was Dracula Dead and loving it, even still, while not one of the best films of all time. It was just, it's a lot of fun. I get recommendations to see the Fushta scene all the time, and every single time it pops up, I watch that whole scene again because I freaking love it. So, but Mr. Magoo, I'm going to throw this out there for anybody who didn't know Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo is a character that arose in, I think, the 50s. Certainly through the 60s. He was just a character that was kind of a funny older man with failing or failed eyesight, and he would always get into these shenanigans where he would basically survive the 0.001% odds of survival if you had undergone the things he did. And Leslie Nelson, good lord. I have something stuck in my throat and I'm having trouble. Leslie Nelson, one second. Leslie Nelson portrayed him. I don't know what happened. Maybe I ate something and I just got it stuck back there or what but right now it's uncomfortable to make certain mouth shapes. Hello, Natch Pinder.
Let me give you some advice, stranger. Leave. Now. You ain't welcome here. I got nothing to say to you, stranger. Outsiders have always tried to destroy us, but we've... Make it quick.
Is there any... Hold on. Each of these actions raise or lowers. Just don't take too long. Steadily falling. I have a 5. As you highlight each possible action and reaction with a love like, okay. His disposition goes up if you select a love or liked action, and goes down if you select a disliked or hated action. Potential gain or loss for each action is based on your speechcraft and how full the wedge is. Oh, okay. Try to select fuller wedges when they are aligned with actions the NPC likes. Try to select less full when they are aligned with... Okay. I'm going to assume that he's not going to want me to coerce. He's probably going to want me to admire him. Nope. I'll bribe you. And you're not going to like if I boast.
Gracious. What a hero.
Oh, maybe you do. Okay, fine. You're going to like a joke then.
That's just not funny.
Okay, fine.
I won't fight you. Don't try to manipulate.
Wow, that ended up worse than it started.
I think so.
Good lord. He started out with 5. I bribed him to 25, and then he hated me with 0. I made everything worse. I had no idea what he wanted. I don't even know who he is. He's just randomly here, and I called him a hack dirt and then ran away. Okay, let me catch back up. Sorry. Shorter, you were supposed to do 100% ES4 marathon stream. Unsubscribe. Nah, I won't. No, you're all good. I wanted to pop on. I wasn't on last week. I had computer trouble, so I'm on later this week than I wanted to be. I don't know why. It's not computer trouble. My computer's fine. The programs, OBS and my audio just don't seem to want to work whenever OBS gets an update. And OBS is on version 30 right now, which it just updated, and then all of a sudden my microphone wanted to work fine, which was great, But my capture card did not want to work at all. What am I doing? I need to follow this arrow. So I ended up having about 2 hours of just troubleshooting and figuring that whole mess out. The capture card's really good. It's just anytime OBS updates, it's like, no, we're not going to work together anymore. My OBS is just like, I've grown beyond you, and my capture card's like, I'm still state of the art, so what are you doing? Let me give you some advice, stranger. When Vinny the market merchant sells you a spiked cucumber, do not sit on it. We've all quit, Vinny. I need entertainment while I'm... Seriously, though, breaks and stuff are okay. We'll meet back up in heaven. Well, hell. I mean, it depends on where you think you're going. OBS updates are just so... Hey, that's that. Yes, it's exactly what it is. And I know I complicated it a bit more. I have a bigger mixer put into it. I use XLR microphones, and I'm using an integrated capture card. I'm using a 4K 60 Pro by Elgato. Those things complicate it, but they also increase, I think, they vastly increase the quality of the stream. I think if I used a USB mic, I might not sound quite as clear, or I know that for a fact. If you go back to some of my earlier videos, you'll hear the robotic and the boxy and the, you'll hear all that. So these, I try to deal that the balance is better quality, but more of a nuisance. So I'm going to hell, and I know what Viddy did to that kangaroo. He's in hell too. As in robot hell? Well, it depends. You can switch hands with the robot devil, and you might be able to challenge him to a holophone competition to win back your soul. I'm going to ask a question. You don't have to answer it if you want. It has nothing to do. I say that it doesn't have to. But we talk about candid things, and I feel like I can ask the question. And again, if you're not comfortable, you just don't have to answer. You can tell me I don't want to answer. I reckon I'd knock the devil out in a 1-2 combo. Easy, lads. I'm getting us out of hell. That's great. I like that. I think that'd be awesome if that were the case. We just basically way to answer the unasked question, Ash. That's not what I was going to ask, but okay. That is how many are in a foot, I suppose. No, before I get to that, I'd love if that were the case, if that were the afterlife and we get stuck down there and then Ash goes completely Doom guy. That's great. I didn't say what it was. I just said that's not what I asked. And then I left it politely. I'm curious, though, and again, no pressure, but we've talked about time, and we've talked about how time passes. So, what the... Flying wolf? It's a witch. Can I have the pelt? Thank you. Inserts tune. Yeah, just go through it. That wasn't even a dire wolf. That was just a flying wolf. But yeah, that would be cool if they had dire wolves here. We've talked about time, though. We've talked about the passage of time. We talked about how aging is such an awful thing. Ash and I have talked about this a lot, and Viddy, you've given what I consider to be a much more refreshing perspective, because it seems like Ash and I are very much on the same page, and that's good, but it's also awful in its own shape and form, because we're basically perpetuating the issue that we both have with time itself. Winter is coming. What, or do, doesn't have to be what, doesn't have to be why, doesn't have to be religious. Do you believe that this is it? Or does something happen afterwards? No, I don't. The Atronach is the one where if I do it, then I have to get hit with magic in order for my magic to recharge, and I'm not going to do that. It gives me a bigger magic base, but it doesn't make sense. So, Where is it? Okay. Enemies are, I believe, enemies in this are rubber banded to you, so long as you are level 1, they should stay level 1 also. Which means that black bear was felled easily by his sword. My realistic part of my brain believes there's nothing. That's it. No second chance. We're gone. I also don't believe in a heaven or hell at all. So if there's something else, if there is something else, I don't think that's it. Okay. All right. I mean, that's fair. That's very fair. This stone reminds me of Diablo 2 for some reason. Oh, wait. You mean my beliefs? Honestly, don't necessarily know what to say. Probably shows my possibility of my possibly agnostic nature. And again, you don't have to if you're uncomfortable. Everyone is welcome. I don't care what the religion is or practice. You're not going to get shunned by me or praised by me for any specific religion. It's just curious. Just talk about it. The level scaling of Final Fantasy VIII or something similar, yes, but without the ridiculous mechanics that Final Fantasy VIII inevitably has you grind out towards the end. Excuse me for that hiccup. I don't believe in any religion or any god, but I do believe in aliens 100%. I'm with you on the aliens for darn sure. And there's no shame to it because this is me. I have a younger brother. My younger brother's 30 years old. He's the baby of us. You've probably heard him on the channel several times, but he's as much as he is my brother, he is my best friend as well. It wasn't always that way. But when it became that way, some of the first things that we've always kind of gotten along, but some of the first things we've really started to get along with was talking about the ethereal, about religious beliefs, what happens when you die, that kind of thing. And it's interesting. He and I are on different sides. We don't agree with we don't believe the same thing. It doesn't matter whether we agree. Our belief essentially ends in that, the only people that know what happened when you die certainly are the dead. But I always like to hear everyone else's perspective. In terms of gods and religions, he and I are different too. So there is no shame. No one knows for a fact what happens when you die but the dead. So it's just interesting to hear the speculations. Belief in aliens earns a 1 free pass to travel with the Doctor, probably. That'd be that would be awesome if Time Lords also existed. I agree with Ash, and you as well, Vidya, if you were in that same camp, is that aliens I think do. I don't think it's possible that we have a currently immeasurable, possibly infinite amount of space, and that Earth just happens to be the only habitable planet. This doesn't make a lot of sense. Oops, wrong button. Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, personally. We're almost there. My best fight's going to be this little wiggle area right here, I think. There it is. Again, you can almost scale 90-degree angles. You just have to find, there's one patch. Basically what it's reading for is your foot to be on a quote-unquote vertical plane, and there are some invisible ones to keep you from just sliding off of everything. And so when that happens, you can, once your foot hits it, you tap Y rapidly, you can jump off of that invisible plateau. Grass usually, stone in grass or grass on stone, depending on whatever is more prevalent, then whatever one is the most prevalent, or less prevalent, is the one that's probably walkable. There's an Oblivion gate. Son of a gun. Do I have to do an Oblivion gate already? Alright, let me go back and let me catch up here. That or cast audition for X-Files. That's a big disparity between those two. I think the same thing happened before you were here, and that's nothing. You're not aware, and you're not there. It's just gone. Nothing. I've heard that argument before too, and the only question I have is I don't remember. There are things that I know I lived for that I didn't remember. So am I simply not remembering the things that other people didn't remember me here before? Let me try to word that better. That was awful. There are things that I know that there is evidence that I existed before as who I am that I don't remember. is there also the possibility that I existed in a different form factor and also did not remember? But I don't know. I mean, it's not an argument against it. It's just a question that I have. But I understand that that argument makes perfect sense. Like, I mean, it makes more sense to say we don't know. We don't remember where we were before, therefore it doesn't make sense to say that we would know after. I completely get that. You guys have been looking at that blue box again, and no, not the TARDIS. It's the little one in David Lynch's Mulholland Doctor. Oh my goodness sakes. Quit it. Nope. Nope. Quit. Quit. You are hard to hit because you're tiny. Oh, you're stunted. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize it was an actual condition. Okay. Heaven is such a nice thought and to comfort people, and that's fine, but I do believe that's what it is, a comfort. There's something to almost look forward to. And the issue I have with that is that, again, not saying that I have an issue with people who have that belief. Not at all.
We were beginning to fear we were the only survivors.
But you should never...
Be seeing you.
Oh, what did you tell me about Martin? I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry.
Brother Martin?
He's right over there. Okay, fine.
You too.
It's the smell, really. Smoking.
No, I'm gonna go talk to Martin. Nope. Nope. Martin, where are you? For someone with such an unassuming name, you're a master of stealth, or I'm really bad about this.
Just finish. There's nothing.
Hold on one second. Let me find out where the heck Martin is. She said he's right over there, but where?
Just lucky to be alive.
I followed the green arrow. I just probably... Oh, that's probably him right there. Yep.
Have you brought help? We've been trapped here since the Daedra overran.
Nope, I brought a necklace, though. Okay, hold on.
What?
I didn't pay it.
Real Septon? You think the... No, you must have the wrong man. I am a priest of... And then, because I'm the... I don't know. It's strange. What does this mean? What do you... No. I'll go with you.
Okay, fine.
It isn't that I don't believe you. We've been through...
Okay, I guess I have to close the Oblivion gate. Okay, that's fine. Let me go back and say again. Video was at the Lynchpin. Oh, very nice. Okay, that's very. Yeah. We've seen this stream before, haven't we? No, I don't think so. Where do you think we've seen it? At Retro's house? Don't you remember? No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I'm there. This video's sitting right next to me. That would be cool, though. I would love to get to visit with you guys. That would be for face to face and for real, not right now. What do you mean right now? I know this can come across as insulting to some, but it's what I think. I believe people are far too intelligent. Humans have way too much potential to be believing in gods. I just don't get it. I know religious people. I'm not trying to be insulting. I just don't understand it. No, sure, that's fair. That last comment there about people's self-awareness is straight out of the True Detective Season 1. I remember a quote about believing in God's reference in Deus Ex. I wish I could remember it. Maybe about inventing a god. I've told Viddy to never come by a house if he likes to sneeze. Jeez. Start off very welcoming and end up very hostile. It's perfectly okay. What you've said there, Ash, about not believing or believing. I mean, like, that's the thing. The problem that I have, I don't. This is again. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I think about these things. I talk about these things all the time, and I enjoy talking about them. But I don't need you to agree with me, or I'm not trying to change your mind, and I'm not, none of that. It's all just fun conversation, and I hope you view it the same way. That's a charred corpse. Yep. Okay. Nope. I hit this guy's shield by mistake. I think that for me, I look at it a couple of different ways, right?
The 9. I never thought I'd see another friendly. The others.
Okay, fine.
Captain Matty has sent us in. I'm getting.
Okay, just go.
You're right. Or
I mean, I probably should let it. He's probably going to die in my employ here, but that's okay. One of the things that I look at is the existence of I look at it mathematically and dimensionally, right? So the first thing I understand is that objects that exist in a two-dimensional space don't perceive what's in the third-dimensional space. And we understand and can quantify up to 8 dimensions mathematically. But a third-dimensional creature can't understand what the fourth dimension looks like without making it in the 3 dimensions. We have 3-dimensional shapes, right? Klein bottles, Mobius strips, and Klein bottles, Mobius strips, and tesseracts are the primary ones. There are a couple of other ones. But we can quantify, again, we can quantify up to 8 dimensions. We know that if I drew a 2-dimensional character on a paper, that I could literally pull the heart from their chest in a 3rd dimension, right? The dimension of depth. So if I wanted to, I could draw a picture with a circle and put a penny inside of it. That circle, if that circle had eyes, it would know the penny was inside of it as a line. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna take your stuff. Oh. Okay. Not gonna wear it just yet though. But so the belief of existence in other dimensions that could be considered what people see as gods, I think, is a thing. The other thing I look at is I know that there are advanced societies, not advanced by our standard, but advanced societies that exist below us, right? A good example of this would be an ant colony. Ant colonies have roles, jobs that are specific. They have a monarchy, effectively, which is run by a queen. They have advanced forms of communication where they can actually speak to each other in... What's throwing fire at me? I need to heal is what I was going to say. Oh well. But let me see. Let me read some of this space to make sure I'm not okay. I'm not too far behind, so I'm gonna give a second. Okay, we're still fine. But yeah, what I was saying is that we can observe colonies that exist below us, but they don't understand us, right? Ants, as intelligent as they are for what they are and as organized as they are, they don't actually understand what we are, what our language is, what we can do. They don't even perceive us as living beings. They perceive us as huge, land masses, planets. I mean, to an ant, we can be the entire universe and then some. And I don't think that that's not something. I don't believe that that's something that we're immune to being humans. I think it's just that we currently are very proud of what we observe as to be the complete truth, and it might very well be. So I understand the belief in gods from. Okay. I understand the belief in gods from that perspective. Okay, he's going to chase me around until he gets a conversation with me, but I don't want to talk. Unless it just skips the conversation. So part of me looks at it that way. Now, mathematically, I cannot reconcile with I can't reconcile with monotheism. Okay. As much as polytheism, because it doesn't make sense to me that there would only be one of something that in every other observable area there are many. There's not one human that does anything as great as one advanced humanity. So I have trouble reconciling that, but That's just a viewpoint that I've taken on that. Is that if it is observable below, are we too vain to believe that it's potentially that we're as ants to the society above? Anyway, let me catch this. So I get for calling myself. Sorry, that's what I get for a mystery man to call my house when I'm not at my house, but the man actually is. Have you thought what it's like to be a wanders in the fourth dimension? The Doctor. That's an actual quote. That's a really cool quote. We actually can measure 8 total dimensions, so I do wonder what it would be like to be a wanderer in the fourth dimension. But the best example that I've had of dimensionality is, again, draw a man, not a stick figure, but draw a man, right, on a piece of paper if you can, as best you can, and then put a mostly flat object in there, like a dime that will represent his heart. Put a dime in the head that will represent his brain. And realize, and then draw a safe in front of him, a box, just a flat safe, and then put a quarter in that safe. You could, being a third-dimensional being, him being a two-dimensional being, he can only observe the dimensions of height and length, right? In his case, he's actually only, height and length, I suppose. He cannot see depth like we can. So we could reach into his safe without unlocking it or breaking it and steal his treasure. And he would never know. It would be like someone reached through the box and influenced him in that way. If we did the same thing with his heart and brain, we could literally cause him to have a stroke or a heart attack, and that would be the explanation. The Doctor would never have been able to see that a man had removed his heart. They would or that someone had removed his heart. They would only see that someone who had the ability of depth, they would only see that the man's heart was gone or had failed. So it's just such a crazy, it's just such a crazy thing. But it's just a speculation. I have no idea. Maybe there's a chance that we're large decaying worms underground connected to devices that are our lives. Oh, that's an interesting. That's a cool and interesting. It's kind of a Matrix spin. I think that's really neat. Quit it. We all came through a wardrobe from Narnia, and I don't remember our existence from that world. Oh no, I shouldn't have revealed that. Now I know where it is. Now I know that I'm looking for fawns. Do you guys want to create a time machine and go find out how they made the pyramids? I would love to figure out how they made the pyramids, but also time travel, right? It's one of those iffy things where they talk about if you travel fast enough through time that you age at an accelerated rate or whatever. I don't know if it would be worth me solving that mystery. Doctor, can we borrow a time machine? I was reading something really weird about mirrors the other day. People claim that if you just stare into a mirror in a dim lit room, you start to see weird things. Your face, warped monsters, things behind you, dead people. Yes, but I'm not going to say that there is. I'm not going to say that it isn't dimensional. There isn't it couldn't be dimensional or mystical or magical or godlike. But usually that phenomenon is called pareidolia. Pareidolia is the phenomenon where you can see shapes, faces, etc. in abstract things. Usually it's wood grain, door patterns, floor patterns, paint patterns. But the same principle applies with dark reflections. But yeah, it's called pareidolia. If that's what you were meaning. All right, fine. Because your eyes want to see something, and all it can make out is the basic shapes, so it imposes something upon it. Now again, it's not saying that I don't think that gods and magic can't exist. It's just, I don't think that's probably it. I think that's probably pareidolia. Now that's a new word for me. Well, cool. I'm happy, unless I hope it's something that you enjoy. I hope it's something you get to use, too. I have felt something similar about those long stares in the mirror, but what is it, I wonder? There we are. It was just me behind you, made a still your copy of Metroid Prime. I'm worried I don't have the right mind to try the mirror thing. The thing that I'm no doctor and or diagnostician. I would, however, not recommend trying the mirror thing if you are not in a good mindset, because if it's not mystical, the thing about it is if it's mystical and magical, then that's great. It's not you, right? It's something else. But if it isn't mystical and magical, if it is pareidolia, then everything that comes out of it is some vision effectively concocted by your mind. And if you're in a poor mindset, then those visions and images can be very disturbing and not particularly helpful. So, definitely be careful. Always be careful with the amount of... Nope. Can I take your armor? No. I can take your mace, though, and I will. Oh, just always be careful. The one thing that I can say that does come well from any form of spirituality is self-reflection. Not mirrors, but mirrors. But introspection, I think, comes from it. Did I just go back out the same blasted door? No, one of these is supposed to lead me up. No, never mind. Okay. Let's see. Maybe, yeah. Your brain will start to get bored and mess with you. Yeah, that says it. Maybe this is akin to a Mirror World concept of Goosebumps book. Let's Get Invisible. There's also a movie with Kiefer Sutherland called Mirrors. It was fairly horrifying in a fun way. It's not a great movie, but it's not a bad movie. I'd watch it. I have watched it. Have you guys ever had a dream in a dream? I'm a fairly lucid dreamer. I can't say that I have. I'm a fairly... Can I do that again? No. I'm a fairly lucid dreamer, so I usually don't have that. But when I do, sadly, I end up with... There's what I was looking for. When I am not lucidly dreaming, I don't think I've ever had a dream in a dream. I have a fair few nightmares, sadly. Ouch. Let's see. I woke up from a dream, turned to my girlfriend to tell her, and then turned to the left and a zombie bit me. It felt so real, and then I tried to get out of the room and woke up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, oh man, I'm not trying it. I'm not in the right headspace. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Then again, the dreams I remember the most and felt very real are in my high school. The experience is different in good and bad ways. Maybe high school represents a simpler time gone past. Very possible. Very, very possible. My dad woke up from a dream before, sat up and saw himself like he had died, and then he went back and woke up. Freaked my dad out. Yeah? I'm lost in about... Oh. A lot of mine are nightmares. Zombies biting me. I don't... Usually nightmares don't work like that for me, thankfully. I don't have a fear of... I don't have a fear of death, and I don't have a fear of losing a battle or losing battles. I don't have any of those types of fears. So coming like zombies are not scary to me. The undead are not scary to me or anything like that. I don't have a problem with that. Time is right. Waking up and finding myself at 95 while having not really experienced the decades in between. It's stuff like that. Or seeing my family have to experience that while I'm, fine. Which if I have to pick.
Over here!
If I have to pick between immortality and non, right, I'm going to pick immortality, but it's still a sad reality of things.
Quickly, there's no time.
There's plenty of time.
Let's get to the top of the large tower. The sigil keep, they call it. Find the sigil stone. Remove it.
Okay. I don't know why that staring competition was necessary for you. Thank you for this key, by the way. Okay. Okay. Can I not get you out of here? I just took the... Okay. I don't know how to let you out. It says activate the blood cage. I don't know how to help you. Okay. Well, I'm leaving. See you later. Oh, one more time. Nope. See you later. Did you... Okay, sorry. I need to refamiliarize myself with the concept of lucid dream. Inception, no. Just the ability to realize that it's a dream and then control elements of the dream. A lot of times I do that because I can realize, I'm like, okay, this isn't real, you know. But in my dreams, you know, I can run as fast as I normally run. I'm as strong as I normally am. And in instances where I'm fighting something that's obviously fictitious, I am even stronger because I realize it's fictitious, so... I just go about my business. It's a handy skill to pick up. But basically, it's just your brain telling your brain that you know that it's not telling you the truth. That's all. Did you hear about the guy who met a woman, had kids, had a happy life, but noticed a weird lamp in the corner of his room wasn't right and made him uneasy? Apparently, it was the lamp in his room. He was in a coma. The lamp basically woke him up. He had no wife or kids. Huh. The lamp is another version of the blue box as far as Stink. Huh. I keep thinking about the mirror thing since I read about it. It's, again, this is my side of things, and again, I have no problem with people that don't agree with it. Or anybody that doesn't agree with it, it's just fine. But, like, there are a lot of weird things that happen to me. There are a lot of weird things that happen that I would sit there and say, no, there's got to be some form of mysticism, some form of magic, some form of miracle, some form of God that has, because it's just so weird. And gods, right? I'm going to say plural, but it's just like, to me, it's like, man, there's too much. And are they now? I don't reconcile one, and I also don't reconcile them being omnipotent, omniscient, and omnibenevolent coexisting. I don't think those three concepts can exist. But I don't think they can coexist in a single being, is what I mean to say. But that's just me. You're reading this backwards in a mirror. I didn't use a mirror for it. I just read it backwards, but it was close. Way to type that well, though. I'm fascinated with anything strange and supernatural, even though I don't believe in it. Maybe it's the horror freak of me. That's cool. That's very cool. But I don't speak German. That coma story is so sad. Yeah, that is. Lynchy Davids. Well done. Well done. No, but I like the fact that, despite the fact that you personally don't believe in it, that you're still so interested in it. I think that's great because it shows the curiosity and the willingness to be like, you know what, it could be. I don't think it is, but I could be. I think everybody should also have that on the other side where it's like, I believe it is, but I'm willing to accept that it may not be. All right, I think everybody should have that. That's where the word agnostic comes from. Gnostic just means to know. It's not just the movement, but it means to know. And agnostic, a is the Greek prefix, which means not or without, right? If you're anemic, you are without. It's bloodlessness, without blood, right? Agnostic is without Gnosticism, without knowing. That's all the a means, right? That's Greek. So, I think everybody has to be agnostic, whatever you are. That's just me. But you may choose to have, or you may have a belief system that supersedes it until the proof of a contrary is given to you, which I think is perfectly fair too. Alec could. I like that. I 100% had something to pull my leg into bed once. I was the only person in the house. I looked at the bottom of the bed, nothing. Without a doubt, something pulled my leg. I don't believe in that stuff. That's the thing that's so questioning about it, is to not believe it and yet to know that it happened. It's so interesting. I had to reference one of my fave cartoons. That was good. That could also be a lack of it could also be a lack of potassium and sodium, but All right, we destroyed the Oblivion Gate. I think this might be what punctuates my stream, is the destruction of that Oblivion Gate. So let me. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't want to do it. I'm just gonna say, ouch. It's the thing, though. I like the fact that you're willing to look at it and say, I don't believe in that stuff, but this absolutely happened to me. So supernatural and, ghosts and spirits and all of that, right? Gods and goddesses. It's this. I just feel like there's something. And again, maybe when we die, we don't go anywhere. Maybe no religion has it right. Maybe all the religions are wrong. But it feels aliens, magic, gods and goddesses that are not immortal but live differently than we do, step in between the realms of realms and so on and so forth. It just seems so intriguing, and it seems to me so compelling that something else is out there messing with us in the same way that a kid goes out and uses a magnifying glass to mess with the ants on his lawn. That's just me, but I think it's great. I love it. I love the fact that that's the case. Next time, what do you find something odd or strange to talk about? Group DM on Twitter. I can talk about this stuff all day. Absolutely. It explains how Luigi wins by doing it. Yeah, it does. I love talking about this stuff, especially with people. Again, there are a lot of people out there when you talk about this kind of stuff, it's like, oh yeah, no, I live in the South. I live in North America, right? I live in the U.S., but I live in the southern part. And in the southern part, a lot of people here are Christian. We live in what's called the Bible Belt, and I live in the state that is called the buckle of the Bible Belt. So basically, one of the, if not the most religious, and when I say religious, I mean specifically Christian. I have no problem with that whatsoever, but it's very taboo to get to talk about these types of things. If you start to talk about them with families and friends and all these other different people that you would normally talk about it, it's almost like you are shunned. They sign of the cross. You have to go away from me, because if you start to talk about that, you invite the devil or you invite the demons in. And I'm sitting there going, but I want to. I don't want to invite the devil in or the demons in or anything like that. I just don't have any proof that that's what's going to happen. I just want to talk with people about what happens when you die. I have a religion that I like and I like to subscribe to, but I don't believe that if somebody contradicts it in any shape, form, or fashion, that they are evil or invoking evil upon me. It doesn't matter to me. So, Luigi is a lucid dream, and he controls how his Mario Party compatriots lose. That would be really cool, actually, if you could prove that there was some cross between that. Hopefully Buffy will go up against those. I keep joking. I'll get out a Ouija board, and my girlfriend won't allow it. I got dead serious, Ash. I don't think it's... I'll say this to stay above board. Ouija boards are obviously... they were made spirit boards, Ouija boards. The game Ouija was supposed to be made as a game, right? We know about micro. So I'll tell you a story. This is a true story. Anna will corroborate this for me. I don't know if she wants me to tell specifics about our belief system or not. So that's not mine to say. A Luigi board? Yeah, I love the video of that guy doing through it too. A Luigi board? Luigi? Might break up with me if it freaks her out that much. So I actually have... I got Anna a very nice custom carved blessed Ouija board. It's not the game. This is carved from a tree that was chopped down exclusively to make this, carved out by hand, finished by hand. The planchette is all done. All of it's done by hand. It's very... and it's supposed to be blessed and so on and so forth. And I got it for Anna as a gift several years ago for her birthday. Carved from Satan's back. No, nothing like that. It's carved from a specific tree was picked to make several of these boards, and it was chopped down. And it's just, conjured a demon on Twitch. I remember. Well, I don't know about that business, but I don't know if she wants to. She may have spoken about it. She speaks about it. She can speak about it. I don't want to take her thunder. But anyway, just so you know, that's perfectly okay. So I got her one. This year, 5 years ago, maybe. And she knows all about that. If it's something you want to talk about from somebody who does put stock in it, no, we're not Satanists. Her and I don't agree, or we're not to say we don't agree. We're different in our belief systems. We're the same basic belief system, but we're different in who. But no, not Satanists. If you bring a knife, you never know. We'll be in a no, nothing like that. Nothing at all. I've not played Demon's Crest yet, so I'm probably safe. But we have. Demon's Crest is fun. It's so fun. It's super hard though. But you guys would be perfectly safe. Obviously, our religions, beliefs, whatever you want to call it, our spiritualities, do not involve human sacrifice. There are sacrifices that are given in instances, but it's really fun. It's really, really fun. At some point, I'll play it on the channel again. I've played it in my previous video with my brother years ago, but I would happily play it again. It's really fun. Well, some animal, most of the time, it doesn't even have to be animal, to be fair. We do have animal stuff like that, but no, not usually even animal. But yeah, there's some that go to it. But anyway, I brushed the mic. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, my point being is, if you want to talk about, I don't mind going in depth on it, but I am running short on time, so I can take it offline with you, Ash, or we can talk on the next one about it if you want to hear it from my voice. Either way, or I can call you up at some point if you want, and we can just talk about it ourselves. Whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm not bashful about it. I'm not wanting to out what Anna does if that's I don't want to out what Anna is if she doesn't want to. That's her business, and that's what I'm trying to be delicate about. I don't think she's not embarrassed about it, and she shouldn't be. It's just I don't want to tell a story that's not mine to tell. That's all I'm saying. But any which way, I did, going to the weird and supernatural, whatever. I was the house. I constantly like the house to smell nice. My nose is very sensitive, and so you're vampires. No, no, I can't have garlic though. I can't have garlic, and sunlight isn't very good for me. So there are some medical conditions that align with that, but I don't need to drink blood or anything like that. That explains Alucard. I don't know if I have a friend whose child is named Alucard. I have a friend whose kid. I'm Duckula. I would love to see a meme of that video. I'd love to see a picture that you put together showing me what Duckula is. I like that. What was I going to say? Yeah, I liked, I was talking about this. I have a friend whose kid's name is Athena. I have a friend whose kid's name is Alucard, and I have a friend whose kid's name is, I have to think. It's another god. Loki? Maybe? Loki's not really a god. Loki's more of a giant hybrid. But still. Anyway, yeah. And I'm a duck waking up to the lemonade stand at the Manor City. It's got any grapes. My kid's name is... that's not what I need. What? That's a lot. They just wrote down what you were yelling at them. That's funny, Ash. I like that. No, but they... anyway, a lot of that happens, okay? Any which way, I... just to be serious here. Vinny, what is going on with you? Oh my goodness. I'll tell you that I have to hop off. I seriously am running very low on time. I'm actually over by more than I thought I was going to be. I still have to cook, and then I promised I promised our daughter we were going to play, and she has let me know she's ready to play. So I want to make sure I'm doing that. But anyway, we story about the supernatural. Okay, story about the supernatural. Just please try not to. I was getting the house ready for something, and I always like the house to smell nice. And in order to get the house to smell nice, we always have, we always use incense. We use incense, or we use oil, right? We burn oil on these little, in these little bowls under, over a flame. And I grabbed the oil burning plinth, call it, as I was getting ready, and I was walking to go put it down on the mantle, and I was going to go ahead and put the candle underneath it to light so that the oil would smell good and is lavender oil. And I'm talking with Anna, nothing's happened, I feel good, I'm all great, everything's fine. And all of the sudden, my hands are covered in blood, and I remove, and I mean it's a pretty good amount of blood. So I put the oil burner down. The oil, by the way, if you're curious, is non-colored. It's lavender oil, so it's clear, or kind of a yellowy. It would never be mistook for blood. And I set the candle burner, and I mean, that's a really. No, but seriously, my hands were covered in blood. They were covered in blood, and I was like, "What, are you kidding me?" And I'm looking. I'm like, my hands don't hurt. I'm feeling around. I'm looking for cuts and scratches. My sleeves are rolled up, so I don't get blood anywhere. Obviously, they were already rolled up, so I didn't get oil everywhere. And I'm not wearing. I've got my rings on and everything. I wear rings quite a bit. I like rings and bracelets and jewelry and such. And so I'm wearing. My rings are on it. They're covered in blood. Everything's covered in blood. And so I go on. Anna looks at. She says, "Are you okay? So I run to the kitchen sink and wash my hands off, and I take my rings off. I wash them out, and we go through and we inspect my hands, because I'm like, wow, this is a lot of blood. This is a pretty copious amount of blood, and there's not a single wound, not the tiniest pinprick, anywhere on my arms or hands at all. There's no. I rub my hands with. I thought, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go. Maybe it's a paper cut that just really got bad. Let me go and wash rub my hands with like alcohol, like a hand sanitizer. And I feel the burn of where the cut is. No burn, nothing, no problem. And that blood dripped onto the floor. There's still stains of it on the floor, so we know that it wasn't. But it's nothing. Let's see. Look down my hands for feet. That's quite a feat. I'll be turning my channel into a puns one in 2024 and lose all my followers. Not really. I love your puns, Viddy. I think your puns are great in an endearing form. I mean, I love your content in general, but I think your puns are a very endearing trait. So don't lose those. How do you know who told you? I'm listening to your story, by the way. That's weird. No. You're good. I was trying to stay focused, but yeah. Anyway, it's crazy. So there's something else going on. But anyway, I'm going to get offline. I'm going to go play games. I'm going to go cook and eat something. Ash, Viddy, of course, you guys are phenomenal. Again, I'm not betraying Anna's story in that. However, Ash, if you are still curious, it's something you do like to talk about and take offline. I can always talk on it next stream. No, I don't do any sort of drugs, and I can't get drunk. So no, I have been every second of my life completely sober. So no influences. Group DM when you find out. I mean, I'm cool with that too, for sure. If you're still awake, you're having trouble sleeping or whatever, and you are wanting to talk more about this, I can probably try to message back and forth on whatever you'd like to. And obviously, I'm gonna play some games here, but that'd be good. But if you're that curious, I'll answer the question offline, and then later on I can address it again when we talk. There's a cliffhanger. Retro is stuck in Oblivion. Will he ever escape, or will Duckula get him first? Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. There's going to be like 34 filler episodes, and then we're going to get to the actual conclusion. Topic 1. What are toenails? Mental. They are keratin deposits. That's what they are. That's why they grow. Nailed it. Nice. Well, what I will go ahead and say really quickly before I get the music, let me go ahead and turn this back over. Make sure I did rearrange this, so I think it's this button now. Nope. Let's try this one. There we go. Sorry about that. Why is there blood on my hands? I want to say a big thank you to everybody who showed up and said hi, or whether or not you showed up total. Ash, Vidi, Thumb. All of you guys, if you have seen this if you've been in my streams before, if you come in after this conversation, whatever the case is, down below is compelling me. I wish I could, but I haven't the time to do so. My daughter would be very, very upset with me if I did not make good on my promise and play Super Mario Wonder with her, and so I'm going to make good on that promise. As Anna will as well, I'm sure. But I want to say thank you, of course, I want to say thank you very much for watching, taking a look at this video, whether it be that you were here live or whether or not that you come and view it after the fact. I do highly recommend taking a look at the channel links down below in my description, which include Ash's future channel, Vidi's gaming videos, and Vidi Plays, Thumb Bros on Twitch and YouTube, as well as Omega Ace Gaming. All of these guys are great. I call them the Four Horsemen, but nonetheless, they are... whether or not you put stock in that title, they are awesome, amazing content creators, comedians, and just good all-around people and friends. I highly recommend taking a peek at their stuff down below. And if you are interested in getting a jump start on that, down below in the links are Thumb Bros Twitch link, and he should be live now doing a contra race with someone. I highly recommend giving that a click, going over and giving him a view, saying hi. You don't have to tell him I sent you or anything. I just recommend going and giving a good gamer and good friend support. So I say thank you to all of you for being here, but I am going to I'm going to let my screen run for a little bit, and then I'm going to get offline. I hope you guys will all spend your time and have the rest of your weekend in the best and most comfortable way possible, and we'll see you guys next time.